Good morning, Brenda. How are you doing? Good, I hope. How's the weather down there? Is it good? Hello, Lance.
Hey, good morning, Paul.
Where are you headed?
To the old rock pile. Gonna fly first though. There's a small cruise ship. It seats about 200 people on the port. So I'm gonna go fly that with the. Actually, I'm gonna do two drones because I'm putting a commercial together. I'm gonna do my 360, and then I'm gonna fly my Air 3S. Do kind of a combo thing. I've already flown it once with my 360, but I want to get more footage.
Okay.
So I'm going to go do that, and I've got the narration ready. It's about a 3-minute video, so I'm doing that. And I didn't charge my phone last night, so I only have about 50%. So for some reason, I fall off like normal. Just so you know, I should be okay though. It shouldn't eat 50% of my battery. Did you fly this morning?
Thank you. Yes, I got two ships and I just finished posting them.
All right, good job. Good job. Good morning, panel or chat. I don't see the chat, so I don't know who's there. I'm assuming Brenda's there.
We got Brenda's here. We've got Joel, Skyfly.
And morning, Skyfly.
About it right now.
No panel. Logan, no Ed.
No, not yet.
No giggles, no gigs.
No. But I think it didn't Giggle say he didn't go to work today until 2:00. So he'll probably pop in here shortly.
Loser. That'll get him in here. He's probably having his bowl of Cheerios.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
And I would imagine Joe is perking up some coffee, morning coffee.
Yep. I'm really liking this Avata 360, Paul.
Well, that's good.
It's a fun little drone. I think I'm going to fly it with the goggles. If I want to make it kind of look like a FPV, scaling down a skyscraper, I think the sticks are better. But I think if you want to do just kind of a fly through, I flew through I went to a couple elementary schools in my neighborhood and flew their big toys, and that was kind of fun. But I forgot to record. It's like, what? I thought it automatically records when you take off, but I guess the 360 doesn't.
No, or I have to hit the record button automatically, and I've come by and come back and it says, "Oh shit, I didn't record. I have to catch the ship again."
Yeah, is that Joe?
Yep, that's Joe.
So I have a question for you.
He says, I think I like the Avata 360. It's the 360L for loser.
For Lance.
Loser.
Hey, do you have to? So I had my goggles on yesterday.
Okay.
Do I have to hit the record button or is there used to be a feature that when you automatically took off with the Avata, it would start to record. But since the camera's flipped with the 360, do you have to hit record button?
No, if you got to set the automatic record, go in your settings. Under the settings of it might be control.
Camera
It's under
settings?
Probably,
settings. Could be under
probably
camera.
camera.
Could be, I actually think it's under control.
Okay. I'll look this morning.
But double check it. Make sure it'll turn on because that's how I have mine. I have mine working both ways. So I've got it in my goggles recording and on the drone recording, just in case I
Yeah.
get stupid, get something and I can't get it back.
Yeah,
Like a tugboat, you know?
yeah,
Wake up,
yeah,
Bob.
exactly.
Like a
I,
tugboat. That way, at least I have the footage.
You know, and I thought, you know, so I looked, you know, I did some pretty cool flights that I thought with my 360 at the two elementaries yesterday. And I get home and I still don't have a card in my camera or in my drone. I put one in this morning, but anyway,
Wow.
so I plugged the
Now
drone
I'm
in,
gonna
thinking
make
I'm going to pull the footage off, and it's I thought,
Nothing
shit.
there, right?
So then I thought, oh, at least I've got him in. At least I've got him in the goggles. So I went to look at the goggles. There wasn't a card. There wasn't a card in my goggles either. It's like shit. So I didn't get any. I got the experience of flying it, which was fun, but I didn't get any of my footage. So oh well.
Wow, that sucks.
It happens.
Well, that sucks. What I just did too. God, that sucks.
Yeah. So now I have a card in my drone, a 128, and a card in my goggles. So
I took last night. I woke up and I was hurting, right? So I took two. I took two Motrin, a Tylenol, right?
Yeah.
So I put it on top the back of the coffee pot, the bottle. So I picked it up this morning to move it off. I move it from the front of the coffee pot to the back where it could sit there, and I didn't have the cap on.
Oh.
So the thing slips out of my hand, turns over upside down. All of the shit fell just down.
Oh, geez.
So I got coffee. I got pills all over the place. Mother freaker.
And you said you weren't feeling very good last night. It looks like it's moved into your
My face.
facial region.
Yeah, it did.
And it's still not. It still hasn't improved.
Yeah, and if Paul was awake, he'd understand. He'd heard that sort of laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause my
So
face
what are you
is
doing?
killing you, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, I thought so.
You're speaking kind of funny today. Are you tired?
I'm in the what you call it, in the kitchen with the headphones.
Oh, okay.
He's in the
Okay,
kitchen
gotcha.
with his headphone on.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what are you doing today?
I'm making coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Paul said you would be doing.
Well, I know that's why I came on.
Yeah.
So I can
Send
say
me the
now I'm
link.
making coffee.
Send me the link. I'll be there in about 45 minutes.
Oh, I'll
I'm
do
gonna
that
go
soon
fly.
as I get back on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. What are you doing today?
I don't know. I'm
Is it raining?
It's not raining what I'm thinking about doing. And I may do this, I don't know yet. I may go back to Bogfalaya Park. That's where I went yesterday, but I didn't fly because it was I had 3/4 of a battery. And I didn't want to take a chance on being somewhere underneath trees and not being able to stop to return to home.
Yeah.
And that whole place was flooded. Remember I told you that?
Yep.
The whole place, the way I went was flooded. But Bogfalaya Park is where I fly through the trees and through that bando, and that's where I chased the kayaks and that. It was flooded all the way up to where you park at.
Wow.
So I would love to catch that, to fly over all that flooded area, you know?
Yeah. Now, are you below sea level like New Orleans is?
No,
Okay.
this is a river. We had a flood warning, and when we get the flood warning, because all the rain's a little bit north of us, all that shit got to come to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
all of it
Into
floods
that
in
lake.
that one area.
Yeah.
It floods because it goes to the lake. Got to get to the lake.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That's where the problem's at. And when I went to fly yesterday, and when I crossed over the bridge in Covington, and I looked to the side to see if there's any kayaks, because there's a place that's at rental. The water,
Yeah.
I looked at the water because you could see it, but you could always see the place. You couldn't see the kayak place. It was that much
Okay.
water. I went, oh shit. I I said, I never seen that much water here. You know, so because I never go up there when it floods. So
Yeah.
I figured the water would be high, but I didn't think it was going to be all the way up to where you park at, which is about, let's see, from where you park at to the river, it's got to be 200 yards.
Wow.
And we're talking 200 yards of probably 2 feet, 3 feet of water.
Whoa.
So you can imagine how much water. It's got to be at least 8 feet of water that's went over the sides, over the banks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm figuring, about 8 feet while looking at it.
Yeah.
But I would love to go out there today, and if it's still like that, fly. You know,
Yeah.
because I have full batteries now.
And where would you have to park though?
Oh, you get where the gates at is closed. I've got a short coming up today. It's
Okay.
tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. It might be today. I got a short coming out with the I pulled my phone and put it. It says park closed due to flooding. And I went through the gate with my phone and did a little short showing all the water.
Yeah.
At least I got a short of it, you know.
Sure.
But I was thinking, boy, I was sitting there and saying, now you know it only takes you 2 minutes to fly around this park and fly back. And it's safe because there's a lot of open area, you know. So I'm not worried about the trees hitting one. I'm worried about hitting one when the sucker goes return home and don't listen to me and wants to just come back, you know. That's the part that I was worried about. The other day I ordered groceries and they sent me 8 bananas in my groceries that I didn't order, right?
Right. You told us this.
Yeah. And I don't like buying bananas because I don't like the fact that sometimes you get fruit flies with them, right?
Sure.
So I saw 1 or 2, but I've also got this little hanging thing in my kitchen that's real sticky, and
Yeah.
I don't see them anymore. So maybe they were. I see a couple of them on there. Yeah, I see a couple of them on there, and so that means at least a couple of them saw that and went and stuck themselves to it. So that's a good sign. But I've been eating the bananas with the cereal. Shit, now I gotta start buying bananas because I
Because
miss.
of the fruit flies.
No, I miss having bananas in the cereal.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like bananas in my cereal.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I like? I like blueberries and raisins in my oatmeal.
I used to like blueberries in the cereal too. I used to get that stuff
Yeah.
all the time. Then you know you buy it all the time, and all of a sudden you don't buy it. You know?
Sure. Sure.
Oh shit! Do I have milk? Yeah, yeah. I bought milk. I bought milk yesterday too. I buy my
What's
milk at
the?
the I buy my milk at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I buy. Hold on.
What's the closest store to you? How far do you have to drive?
The dollar store. It's real close. This is the
Like
milk I
few
buy.
blocks? Two
Yeah,
blocks?
can you see real
Yep.
quick?
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's called Modern Pantry Whole Milk, right?
Yeah.
It's pantry fresh, what meaning I could have 10 of these sitting in my pantry and it doesn't hurt it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's whole milk. It's unopened package, maintains quality, store at room temperature. You got to refrigerate it after opening. And when you open
Okay.
it, you got 14 days to use it after you open it.
Okay.
Because I don't drink a lot of milk. It's just with cereal. So I buy these for a buck and a half. And it's cheaper for me to buy these and not throw it away than to buy stuff and throw half a gallon away, you know?
Yeah. So you drink whole milk. It's about as thick as molasses.
Yeah, it is. But you know what?
I
It's got a real good taste to it.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, whole milk is delicious. I used to drink it as a kid, but boy, if I drank it now, I would be about 300 pounds.
Well, let me tell you what they got over there too, and I avoid it. The chocolate milk, whole chocolate milk.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
buy it every once in a while. And I could sit there and drink, just bring it over to me cold. I'll drink the whole freaking quart.
Yeah. So I put either 1% or 2% in my cereal. That's the only time I have milk is in
Well,
my cereal.
yeah,
And
the
I
only time I have milk is right now with the cereal.
and, and I don't I haven't eaten cereal in a year, probably, maybe two. So I don't have milk very often.
Well, in the mornings I usually have a couple of eggs, a couple of sausage. Sometimes I make grits, you know, and I always do that. There's always over medium eggs, and then I eat them like that. You know, that's how I usually eat. In the last month, I think I've eaten the eggs once or twice. Yesterday, I made eggs and some sausage gravy, and I folded like an omelet with cheese, a couple of sausage. But I haven't
Yeah.
eaten that in a while. That was yesterday. I'm back to cereal, you know, and I don't know. I don't know why I've changed my habit, you know, but I like the cereal, especially with the bananas in it, man. God darn it. I don't know why I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda, good morning. I didn't say good morning because I'm not there yet looking at everybody. And
Who just
morning,
came in?
Justin. Justin.
Yeah.
Justin? Morning, Justin.
Tyson, come on.
Dyson says, no, bitch.
He's
And
usually
Paul's
the first
gone.
one in the door.
Paul heard us talk about cereal, so he's going to get some ice cream. I don't know. I think he ate all his Boston creams yesterday. 'Cause every time he saw Paul yesterday, he was stuffing a Boston cream.
So Joel, Logan, Brenda.
Oh shit! Now I gotta go to. I do have to go to the grocery today. 'Cause I'm running out of creamer for my father. Well, I've got a food safe, food grade container, right? This
Yeah.
white container. I'll show you this white container. Hold on, because this is important. This is important shit here.
Okay.
This container right here, right? It's
What is
food
that for?
safe. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's food safe. This is a professional kitchen container. Called Store and Pour Red, right? Pizza
Yeah.
Hut. Pizza Hut. We got a whole bunch of these then when I was a GM there because we had some seasoning we had to put in something, and this is what they gave us. These are restaurant quality and all of this. And we had like three of them, I think we got for three different things we had to put in them. And after we finished that pizza, they told us we don't need them anymore. We're not gonna use them for anything. Get rid of them. That's how they did things. You always got rid of them, right?
Okay.
So, so
Yeah.
my assistant manager said, "Shoot, I'm taking one." I said, "Me too." And one of my managers took it, so we took them. I use this. I take brown sugar and put it in here. It's the best container in the
Yeah.
world because I mean, it's perfect. You know, I wish I'd have took all three of the bitches. I need to find out where they're from, where you get them at. I didn't realize they had a tag on the bottom. The Store and Pour, and it's got a number on it. I bet you I could find it with that number. I bet you this shit costs about $15. Watch.
Well, it probably came from one of those
Why do I
restaurant
lose audio?
companies.
Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
lose audio every time I turn my
Store and Pour containers. Look at this shit. I tell you, if it is a Store and
every
Pour
time I
containers.
turn my
I'm gonna buy some of
off.
these.
I'm gonna
P
leave
S
and come back, guys.
PS 602 N05.
Yeah, I'm guessing it came from one of those companies that supplies restaurants with supplies. We actually have one of
Here
those
they are.
warehouses around here.
A set of four of them, $37. $7
You
for
could
one
probably
of them.
just
$7 for
those.
one with a port, because you got another one, store and pour. You can use liquid in here, and you can put the top on it that pours. You know. Yeah, it's a restaurant store. Lance is back.
Stuff
It's
I
a
tried to-
restaurant store. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, I got you guys back.
I found them. It's called the webstruntstore.com sells them. And they got all different sizes. Not bad.
How much?
4 of them. Now it shows 12, right? For $37. If it's 12 of them for 37, I'm gonna buy them.
Yeah, that's like $2 and something a piece.
Yeah, that's it. You get 12 1-quart containers. 2 with red, 2 with orange, 2 with green, 2 with yellow, 2 with white, and 2 with black. Shoot. And that's food quality. I might spend that $37 and get that. That's better than you could use this for all kind of stuff.
So we had that new stop this morning for the bus.
Yeah.
I told the bus driver, I said, watch, $5 says when we get there, kids ain't even fucking there. Were
They
they
weren't
there? No. We had to drive 20 miles out of the way for no fucking reason.
I'm glad I showed y'all this. Now I know how to get them. I've had this thing for 10 years, and it's perfect. I usually, like I said, I keep it filled up with brown sugar. That way I could seal it. I don't have to worry about ants getting in it, you know?
Well, yeah, in your case, you could probably put a lot of different things in there.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I could use it for all kind of stuff. A lot of times I use containers like this that are little cups, and I have to put a little plastic lid on them, put them in my refrigerator or something. I just get this shit,
Mark.
you know, and just that way, if it's something I could leave out, you know, just leave it out. Who's that? Mark?
Mark's
Mark.
there.
Usually when he pops in the chat, he usually comes in about 30 seconds later.
Good afternoon, Mark.
Morning, Paul, Joe,
Mark.
Justin, Lance.
But that's a pretty cool name, the Webstrunt store. Just because of the name, I'm gonna buy from that guy.
You know, I would think that you'd be able to probably buy those and put them online and probably sell them for double the money.
No, I'm not gonna resell them. Now I'm talking to y'all, and you know how you do. You got a routine. You do stuff automatically, right?
Yep.
I keep an old coffee cup underneath my Keurig, so that if it drips a couple of drops afterwards, it sits in that old coffee cup, and I just rinse that out later, right?
Yeah.
So, and my coffee is always in the pantry behind me, right? I just walked in here and I looked over. I took my can of coffee, stuck it in under my coffee pot, and left the pot thing on the side. So I got the can of coffee where the cup's supposed to go, and I never put it. No, it's not even a can of coffee; it's a can of creamer. I got a coffee can with creamer in it. Boy, it's stupid this morning. And I got a drop of coffee on top of this now. So you see, that would be good too. So I could have one of them with creamer in it, and one of them with the sugar in it. You know,
Right.
that's just a start. It worked. It opens up a whole world of possibilities. Look at this. So today, I knew today was going to be a God day, a good day. A God day, not a good day, a God day.
Oh, no, cancel. You know, too.
You said Doug's a male, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I got Twisty here that's a female, right? I got Twisty here
Who?
that's a female. Twisty.
Oh, it's Twisty.
Look, Twisty.
Uh,
He made it.
Yeah, Twisty is a female. So last night I heard this noise. I came over here, and next to Twisty, I found a male. You know, so look at this. You ought to get one of these and put it by Doug and see what he does.
why? I'll tack it.
That's pretty cool
Right.
looking. Huh? I like that one with the head up. I'll put this down on top of you. I think it looks pretty cool.
What do the dogs think about it?
Well, last night Loki was looking at it, and he lays down, and I laid it on top of him, just on his back, and he kind of looks back, sees it, looks up at me like, "Hey, take this bitch off." He said, "Man, come off me quick." And
Logan,
he didn't like it. Logan, what's up? I don't blame him. He didn't like it.
What's up, Logan?
We have a peculiar time going on right now in the United States, and people need to realize what's getting ready to happen because this is very peculiar. We got all this crap going on with Iran, right? And Iran says that they rejected the deal that we had, and they rejected the deal, came up with a new deal, and Trump said, "Oh bullshit," he said. Then y'all just playing. That's what he said. So something's getting ready to happen with them, and then he's going this week to China. I don't like that situation. Him going to China with this. And you got to figure it's as a diversion to take the time away from what's going on with Iran. But I got a feeling that if Iran don't keep screwing around like they're doing, he's gonna be in China, and all that shit's gonna happen in China. You know what I mean? Where he's gonna hit Iran while he's in China, and I don't like that situation.
no, you need to be on your home turf.
That's why I'd rather see him. I'd rather see him
Yeah, he'd be all right.
cancel it. Oh, he'll be fine.
Yeah, but those Iranians would see that as a opportunity.
Well, I agree.
An opportunity for what, though? What are you guys trying to?
Exploit us.
Why? The people that are dealing with this on a day-to-day basis, they ain't going to China. They're still working on it as it's happening.
Yeah, but you got to understand the mentality of the Iranians. Everything
They can't come out of hiding. As soon as they come out of hiding, Israel's gonna take them out.
Yep.
That's the best part. Israel's probably got drones waiting for somebody. Israel ought to just send them a whole bunch of pages. Yeah. I thought that was hilarious what they did when they gave everybody the cell phones and the pages, and they went off. Well, the cell phones went off first, then they went to pages, and the pages went off. Now they'll leave me alone. They had to have their morning pill. Okay, go eat the food there. Go. Lance is flying. Hey, go, King, go. Stop fighting him. Stop fighting him. Stop fighting him. You look at me. Look this way. Go. Go get some food. Go get some food. Go. Go get the food. Go. Come here. Come on. Go. You got food on the other side. Go. Go get it. And she just tore his ass up. She did. She did. She tore his
Up. I watched it. He reached over, he walked by her to go get, because I put food in two places for him, right? So as he's walking by, she turned around and she took pieces of hair off of him. She got a smack on her tail. And you should have seen that. I just touched her like this. Oh, I went, like that hard.
Yeah.
She looked at me, she showed me every tooth she's got when I did that.
She said, you see, you're saying, try that again.
Oh, you're not gonna do it twice. I've done it twice one time, and that's about how hard I hit her like this. Just a little tap like that. On the second one, she almost had my ass. Yeah, Untrackable, what's up? Logan, Untrackable, Joel, who else? Got Mark here. I don't hear him, but he's here. That's it.
Justin, are you
Lance is
still in your
frozen.
car?
Yeah.
You're home? Okay.
You've been home, huh?
Yeah, you'd be able to tell if I was in my car because my audio sounds way different.
How's the temperature down there? You said it was getting hot.
Still fucking hot. Let's see what temperature is right now. It's probably not that bad right now. Usually doesn't get bad till afternoon time. Feels like 95, the high of 92 today. So it's 81 out. Shut up, I got you.
Well, the thing said this morning that the high today was going to be 80 and expect thunderstorms. Getting tired of thunderstorms. Let me see. Yeah, thunderstorms tonight, 9 o'clock. We're not gonna get any rain till way tonight, so we're gonna have a good day. God day. I might do that. I might run back to that park today and see. Just have a look at it. I would love to fly over that park with water all in it. That I fly over that's all the little bandos and everything. Kind of thing. No minimum payment. That's paid 23. I need more than that. Make it get to 30.
That water looked very brown, didn't it?
Oh, that was because all the mud was getting moved around. You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Is that the same one that you usually fly over? Or is it normally quite clear?
No, that's the one I fly over that's brown, but never that brown. That's at the Bolfalaya River. I flew it. In fact, if you go back and look, the one that was flooded, right? You're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go back to the one 2 days ago, you'll see the same water. It's not as brown, but
Uh-huh,
it's not. It's 8 feet lower too.
uh-huh. What are all them things sticking up out of the water?
You go back and look at the other one. That's the boat launch area.
All right.
It's all covered with water. Yeah, that's why I stopped and did it because that was a clear area. I had 62% on the battery, and normally with 62%, I got enough time to fly around the park and do everything else. And it never really bothers me. As long as I get it when it hits 39%, that's when you start heading back towards you because you know you got 3 minutes at least to play with. And but when I went out to Bug Fire Park yesterday, that place, like I said, the water was all the way from the river all the way to about where you park at. And it's where you park at's about 15 feet above the river. It's all because the river's a low lying area. And the water was all the way back there. And I wanted to fly that yesterday, but I was thinking if I'm on the other side of this, all these trees here, and I'm on the other side, and I can't stop it from returning home, I'll never see it again. You know, I can't put it to hover because you can't get in there. You know, so I can't even try to land it. You know, if somehow it doesn't take over, let me take over. I just don't want to take, you know, that was one you didn't want to take a chance at, you know.
Uh-huh.
Now today I got three fresh batteries today. If I go up there, if I take it, it's only 15 minutes. If I go run up there and that place is the same, guess what? I'm gonna be flying it. I'm actually thinking about just bringing the Avata 2 and flying it. Avata 2 would be a better drone to fly up there for that. Because the 360
What's up, Jody?
is almost irrelevant for it. Hey Frank, Jody, aka Jody. Because the 360, the only thing I could do with it would be every once in a while look up at a tree or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking the Avata 2 would be a better drone to take out there and do that with. Because all I'm worried about is getting the water, and I'm not worried about getting anything with 360.
Uh-huh.
So that's what's probably going to be coming with me. Can't, can't believe this crazy woman talked about running for president again.
Oh,
Kamala. Can't believe that. The only reason she had as many votes as she had was because there were hardcore Democrats that didn't have a choice. A lot of Republicans are saying, please let her run again. And there was a poll that came out the other day that said that if she ran against Vance, she'd beat Vance. I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
Don't believe any polls.
I don't believe that poll.
Polls don't tell you anything because there are only a few thousand people actually respond to most polls, and that doesn't give you any kind of inclination of what the entire country's feeling.
Well, somebody asked me today, 2028, if J.D. Vance ran with Rubio as the vice president and Kamala ran, who would you vote for? I said, I'd vote for Kamala.
Now, come on, Justin. You know that Joe doesn't take any notice of polls.
Well, I knew that was coming. But I tell them right off the bat, yeah, I'm voting for Kamala. Put her in. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
but these news agencies, when they come out with the polls, one, whatever side that news agency's on, they're always going to get favored in their poll
Oh, yeah.
because of the people that are watching it. And two, like I said, they don't even tell you how many people. But normally, it's a few thousand people that will respond to that poll, but they try to make it sound like 250 million Americans responded to it. No, that's not even close. So, and I hate when they word it that way too. They go, most Americans believe. No, they
Yeah.
don't. I don't care what side it is. You can't word it that way. And then people fucking believe that shit too. Then they
Yeah.
go right down the poll thing.
I like how they come out with the stuff about toothpaste. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that this is the best toothpaste on the market. What they did is they put a poll out there and asked it, you like this toothpaste? No. Okay, get another guy. You like this toothpaste? Yeah. Okay, he's one. Okay, we got 9. We won. That's all we needed. I can make a group of 9 out of 10, a 9 out of 10 group, and it could be 50 people. Only 9 of the 50. Only 9 of the 50 liked it. So then I go ahead and say, okay, let's break this down to 10. I'll take these 10. Right? I'm not lying. I just manipulated it to where it worked.
Yeah, I just get annoyed when people cite polls. I'm like, it's stupid.
And anybody that comes on, I'm Dr. Drew. You need a medical kit at home. No, I'm not going to do it. You know, I'm not going to, any doctor that comes on television and is trying to sell a product and they've got other products, like, but it's a higher price product, I'm not buying it. Paul buys all of those.
Yeah.
Anything that somebody recommends, you buy.
I don't buy anything that any influencer or anybody recommends because half the time it turns out to be a fucking scam. They didn't do their due diligence before they signed with the company. Look how many times on YouTube these people were pushing these companies, all these influencers, and then they found out the company was scamming people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that one where people were buying plots in like fucking what was it Ireland or something, saying that they got like a lordship certificate and shit or whatever the fuck it was, whatever country they were doing that in.
I know you bought some land on the moon, didn't you? They got that company now that's saying, we'll send you a deed to a piece of property on the moon.
Yeah, and who gave that company the right to hand out deeds for property on the moon?
I know.
What the fuck?
And then NASA go to land on my piece of property, bitch. You know you're gonna pay if you do.
We can pay that lease.
That's my piece of property. I'm charging you a fee for laying on mine. And you better leave it like it was.
Oh, I guarantee you the moon's going to get split up between countries, watch, in the future.
There'll be a war up there.
I don't think it'll be a war, but I think that they'll make their own bases up there and they'll start divvying up territory just like on Earth. Watch. If we ever see that day, I guarantee that's what's going to happen. Though.
Yep.
Any country that has a space program that can make it there, it's gonna do that.
Yep.
So I got the 3 beeps, Joe, or the 3 beep, the beeping on my controller. And so I flew with the sticks, and then I landed it, turned the goggles and controller back on,
And it worked.
and it worked.
Yeah, I know. How this shit does.
But I had to fly it once with the sticks, and I flew it for 5 minutes or so, and then I still haven't burned 2 batteries in one flight. I had 2 bars left. I flew for a good 10, 12 minutes.
Let's be honest, unless you have to fly, most people are get bored after a battery or two.
Yeah, unless
Yeah,
you got
I get bored after a battery.
something you have
Well,
to.
that's it. No, I laugh every time I see these people. Oh man, I gotta get like 8 batteries for my drone, and they'll go out and they'll never use more than one. I'm like, well, what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah.
It's like, like half the people could actually go without the fly more kit, because most people don't sit and burn through 3 batteries on one flight. They'll do a little whatever around a lake or whatever they're doing, and then they'll pack up and go home.
Well, the only thing's good about a Flymore kit anymore now is if you get the right Flymore kit, you get a better controller that has a screen on it.
No, they have fly more kits with the regular controllers.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah,
on
I
what you
know,
want your
but I'm
product.
saying you want
The only good thing about a fly more kit is you're saving money, not having to buy batteries later. That's it. Because you're going to pay twice as much if you buy the
You're
kit.
also saving the money it would cost you if you wanted to get a controller with a screen on it.
You're going to pay twice as much regardless if you split that fly more kit up and try to buy everything separately. You're going to end up paying twice as much.
Well, they got one right now sitting out there for like, I think it's 500 something bucks, $5.99. Okay, listen to this, $5.99. You can get the goggles N3, the motion controller, and a Avata 2, or the same setup with a 360. So you can buy a 360 N3 goggles and the sticks for $5.99 right now. That's a great price. Because if I bought that, I could sell the drone for $400. You know what I mean?
Videos of what, JDS?
Hey, JDS, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, because I've thought about it the other day. For $5.99, I get the separate goggles. So if I ever get that case, I've got the goggles to go in that thing. I'm gonna watch it. If Johnny does get that case and I get it, I'll probably do that. Buy a separate one, and then they'll either sell it. Johnny's gonna want the drone back. I can sell it back to him. What are you talking about?
Johnny's not going to give you the case because he's never going to get it. The sky dude has dropped his ass like a lead balloon.
He might have. He might have heard Johnny talk about how that piece of shit drone like that, and he said, "I ain't sending him nothing anymore."
So have you seen the retractable sticks?
I did.
I'm getting a pair of those sent to me, and I asked if they have a bag for the Avata 360. She hasn't gotten back to me yet.
You know,
I'd rather have
good. You know, it'd be a good feature for these printers, Joe.
What?
Is that they need to add is like, say one of your part of your print, like say you're printing multiple pieces and one of them fucks up, you should be able to go in mid print and say, okay, that piece fucked up. Stop printing that piece and continue printing the rest of it.
You know what would be good, Justin, is they sold it with a drone that had the coordinates to a landfill, and they could just, send that shit straight to the landfill when you're done.
Well, it would save a little bit of plastic if they had that feature. Because sometimes you'll be like halfway through a print and one of the pieces will fuck up, right? And sometimes you can let it continue, and then sometimes it strings out so much that it fucks up the other pieces, and then you got to start it all over.
If I can't, just say if I can't fix it.
They need to make it to where you can delete a piece off the plate in mid-print just in case.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
And you should be able to change colors in mid-print too, without having to stop it. You should be able to say, you know what, stop printing it in blue, go ahead and finish it in gold. Or whatever, you know?
Yep.
You should be able to switch the filaments in mid-front too,
Oh my
without having to
God.
pause it.
Oh my God.
Fix it.
They got another leak on the drone.
It's that top bit. It seems to
The
not.
Nevada 4. Nevada
Yeah.
3 coming up.
Debris gets stuck
But
inside
y'all ain't gonna get that.
little
I-
thing. Yeah, but you can't do that. That's not getting rid of it.
Look at this future crap.
Maybe a.
This got to be AI. There's no way this
Oh.
isn't AI.
No, you
Good.
actually got to open it up and take it out.
I'm gonna show it. Hold on. There's no way this isn't AI. Look at this one.
It's that man. What's bug?
We can hear you, Mark.
Can you
Yeah,
see
it's
it,
a little
Lance?
weird.
That's all right.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, that looks kind of goofy.
It looks AI to me.
Tied.
Mhm.
You've got nothing to.
But you never know. It's almost like if you look at the 00 Robotics, they've got one that's similar to this in style wise.
Yeah.
But it looks like that one's pretty close to the size of the 360.
Oh,
Okay, so what do we need in a Nevada 3 that we don't have in a Nevada 2? I mean,
Just a
really.
better camera. Just a better camera.
I don't
Just a
think you need
better-
anything. I think they need to go ahead and continue the ban before it comes out.
Huh.
I'm tired of drones spying on me through my window.
Yeah, okay.
Watch some representative just heard me say that. I was scrolling through YouTube. Oh, son of a bitch, we're banning those tomorrow.
Yeah. They're gonna come ask you, when did the last time you saw one spy through your window?
Just
You're gonna
last
say,
night.
about an
It was
hour.
hovering
Hour
right
ago, I
outside.
heard it.
Yeah.
I could hear it.
When I was naked running around the backyard.
Huh.
Well, see,
Fun.
technically in Florida, there is a law saying you can't film people's backyards even from the air because it is an expectation of privacy because there's a fence around it.
Yeah, it is. There is an expectation if you're behind your fence.
But the front yard's open game.
Mm-hmm. I told you they had a guy that's that
Unless there's
video
a
I
fence
did.
around your front yard, which usually there is.
Yeah, if you have an enclosure, that's all it takes. But when I shot that the poker run with the two boats just docked alongside.
Oh,
one of the
fuck
guys.
you, stupid prick.
So there was a guy in a cowboy hat out there. I didn't even see him. I still didn't even see him when I go back. I didn't even go back to look. But he said, "Yeah, that was me in the cowboy hat, like this." And he said, "Good footage. You have my permission to use me in it." About to put a comment back. I don't need your permission, you stupid ass.
Put your cowboy hat back on.
It was nice of him to say that you could, though, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, he said. By the way, you can use my likeness in this picture. She said, "Yeah,
Dude, everybody's so
you're
full of
stupid
themselves, thinking everybody gives a shit about what you're doing.
Yeah. The
It
bottom
gets me-
line is, I tell them
So
straight out
full
of
of
it.
themselves.
Supreme Court of the United States said no expectation of privacy out in the open, you stupid ass.
It gets me when they say they've got an expectation of privacy because they've got a fence around their back garden and they put a chain link fence up that you can see through.
That don't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, here, most houses these days, newer homes, they don't use chain link anymore. It's all vinyl or wood fencing, so you can't see through them. Only really old, like if you drive through old neighborhoods around here, you'll see houses with chain link, but all the new neighborhoods, it's all that vinyl fencing you can't see through.
Bloody expensive, that vinyl stuff.
Oh, hell yeah, that shit's expensive. That's why those guys are salivating when a hurricane comes through the fence, guys. They're like, oh yeah, everybody's shit's about getting knocked down. Hey. One of our neighbors a few years ago when we had, I think it was Ian, he owned a big landscaping company, and he had all his guys come over the day, like a couple days before the hurricane, and they took his entire vinyl fencing down and stacked it neatly in his garage
Huh.
and just left the wooden posts. And then when the hurricane was over, about 2-3 days later, they went back out there and put it back up. Him and all his guys, and it only took them like maybe an hour and a half to put it all back up. And
You
he
go
had a
ahead
pretty big yard. Oh yeah, it's really weird when you're in a neighborhood and then a hurricane comes through and blows all the fences out the backyards, and you can just see everybody's backyard.
Yep.
You go walk in the backyard, and it's just all open. Yeah, there ain't no strength to the vinyl fences. 30, 40 mile an hour wind can break one of those. It catches it right. Later, JDS.
Yeah, I mean them vinyl fence panels. They might be 6 foot long to go between the posts, but they're only 6 inches tall.
Oh yeah, it was just hollow, thin ass plastic fish.
And I've got 6 foot. I don't have wooden posts. They have concrete floppy posts that the fence panel slides down into. A 6 foot wooden panel costs about 25 to 30 quid. But those vinyl ones are like 10 quid for one piece. So you'd need 12 of them. So it's like 120 quid to put one panel in.
Oh yeah, it's just expensive, dude. Like just your standard yard here, somebody could easily spend 5-10 grand just fencing in their yard.
Yeah, and because they're only 6 inches long, they're dead easy to take out. Somebody can nick them.
And you got to watch it too, because some fences, some insurance companies don't cover your fence because that's considered a luxury, not a necessity for the house. And that bitch
Right.
there's been plenty of people around here where their shit got wiped out and they weren't able to get it replaced. Not all homeowners insurance will cover fences.
Yeah, no, I was using those because a car drove into my back fence once and I had the fence replaced.
Oh, dude, I feel bad for this dude that lives down the street from us. He's like right at the corner of the road where it curves around, you know?
Oh.
And there's been so many wrecks there, dude. His fence probably got taken out. I'm not even kidding. Probably 10 times in a 2-year period. To the point where they had to put K rails up, and they finally put a what do you want to call it, a guardrail around the corner, and then they put 2 additional K rails behind there, so they wouldn't go flying into the dude's house, because he almost had a couple people go into his house because there were so many wrecks at that corner of people going too fast and they go right into the dude's fence into his backyard.
That's
Oh,
like
That poor
Scotty.
guy, dude, he would get his fence fixed, and I shit you not, 2 weeks later, bitch would be broke again. You'd see a car-sized hole right through the fence.
Mhm.
I mean, it was getting ridiculous,
Come on.
the amount of times that guy's fence got hit.
Oh, Bill.
I can imagine the insurance companies are probably getting super pissed about it. All these car insurance companies had to keep paying out to them.
Boy, it don't take much to get y'all in here when you know you're getting food, huh? For your bill time.
Yeah, as I was saying, back when that was happening, I was like, man, I would have put my own K rails in back behind the fence. As soon as you come through that fence, boom, you're gonna hit a fucking concrete wall.
Yeah.
Teach your ass to speed around a corner. I would just be scared to living in that house, dude. That many times being hit. I'd always be worried about just chilling in the house and somebody coming through the damn wall.
Yep.
Jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Talk to you later.
I'll be on a little later this evening because I got tomorrow off for a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, so I'll be able to stay on a little later tonight. I'll catch y'all later.
Forgot to send Lance the link. Hold on. Probably looking for it. Go on. Okay. I forgot to send him a link. Yeah, Lance gets to school. Where's the link? There, you got it now. Yep. Look like we're gonna have a good day. I might do that. So all these people getting off this cruise ship with the hantavirus, they're isolating them all.
Yeah, out by you.
Georgia, and they're gonna send them to Omaha, to a hospital up there, to quarantine them. Lance ought to be back in a minute. He's gonna make his coffee, probably. Yeah, he's got to drop off to come back as he gets off his phone. I'll tell you what, I'm really gonna get rid of this thing. This 360 group, stupid. Now I want to tell Lance that the Southeastern girls softball team made the NCAA tournament. Too bad they're only going to play 2 games. They're a good team, right? They're a good team, but they're the number 8 seed, and they play a team called Belmont. The first game, they ought to tear them up. And then they're going to play, after that, they're going to play the number 1 seed, Alabama. Alabama going to eat their shit.
How did the baseball team get on?
I don't know. Their tournament, their tournament will start this week.
I thought it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday that they were playing.
Yeah, they played. I think they won all. I think they won enough to be number 1 seed. But it's the conference championship now. Hey, Lance, Southeastern girls softball made the NCAA. I don't think you heard it yet. Let me know when you can hear me.
What is the NCAA? What does it stand for?
Something National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Right.
I think TJ's going to get a Avada 360.
Really?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that?
Hello, can you hear me?
We could hear you.
I don't hear you guys. Why don't I hear you? Dang, hold on. Hold on. Why isn't it picking that up?
Yeah. Lance is trying to turn his volume to the right setting and nobody's talking.
Yeah. Nobody's talking. He's saying, still not working, 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 working now, working now, working now. That's funny.
There we go. I just had to hook up the
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Very, very loud.
Can you hear us now? 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 Can you hear? I got an echo. You heard it? Heard it? Heard it? Heard it?
Grab my cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh, look at it. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Give him a cup of coffee. Coffee. Paul's buying something.
Wrong.
Yeah, you can't buy anything. You spend your money on peanuts.
No, I can't buy anything because I'm broke.
See, we got an echo. I told you, echo.
Echo.
You gave us an echo link.
I did. I shouldn't be giving you an echo.
When you left, we had an echo.
That's
Hello.
'cause I had-
Southeastern girls made the NCAA.
That's a funny cup of coffee.
That's his biscuit from McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Look at it. So, Lance, did you hear what I said?
No.
Southeastern girls made the NCAA.
Is that what Johnny posted it, or is that baseball?
Yeah, that's softball.
Okay, good. Good for
Now,
them.
the bad part about it, they're only going to play 2 games. They're going to play Belmont, which they should tear up. They should win that game. Could be a 10-run rule. And then they get to play the number 1 seed Alabama.
Oh wow.
So they're gonna spend 2 days or 3 days in Tuscaloosa and have to come back. That sucks. And if they happen to win, right? If they happen to win and they play the next regional, the super regional, guess who they'll play? LSU.
Oh geez.
So I would love to be honest with you, I'd love to see them knock both of those teams off. They'd be 2 number 1s. Actually, LSU's a number 4 seed.
I've got some 6 in. What's it? Next to the lighters.
That's crazy. Yeah, the way it's set up that if LSU wins their Baton Rouge regional and Southeastern happens to win the Tuscaloosa, they'd go to LSU. And they have to beat them 2 out of 3. Shit, no, that ain't happening. You have a chance on winning 1, but you ain't gonna win 2. I think.
So it's one and done.
Well, it's 2 out of 3. And the next one will be 2 out of 3. This one here, if you lose, you're out. I don't think there's a loser bracket. So if you lose, you're out. So if they win the first game, chances are Alabama is going to beat USC Upstate. I never heard that in my life. USC Upstate.
Wow.
So you know Alabama's going to beat them. So I got a feeling they're going to be out Saturday. It'll be the last game next Saturday. Will be the last game for Southeastern.
Yeah. San Diego State boys, the baseball team, won the conference, and now they play in the Mountain West Conference tournament. And the number 1 seed gets an automatic bid. They've got to win it all there, which is always a tall tale.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Officially, the kids have 26 days left, and I have 23 and a half. But that could change depending on my jury duty if I get selected or not.
Yep.
It's getting close.
Yep. I'm trying to find out what's going on with he hasn't called me this weekend, so I don't know what's going on with him. With Justin. There's about I'd say 40% chance that in about the next 2 weeks he's on his way back home. And I talked to Nick. Nick said, "Yeah, I understand." I said, "Well, he's your brother. You got to take care of him." He said, "I understand." He said, it's been a year, and he neither had figured this out. I know things happen in between." I said, "Yeah, things happen, and he didn't manage it right." So he's got the new job, but he was supposed to be moving in with the cop AC, the female, and then they went and hooked up, and now she don't want him to move in for some reason. So it's like now if he has to move out of Nick's, he don't have a place, and he's not making enough to rent and pay his car note. So it looks like he may be coming home. The ex-wife said, "Move in with us." So he might be moving in with my ex-wife, which I don't think he wants to do in the first place. So I don't know what's going on with him. I think he needs to either go down to Polk County and sign up and get that bonus, or he needs to join the Marines and just go in. Go in the Marine Corps.
Thought he got himself a job that was paying good money.
Well, he's got a job paying money, but he's also got $700 a month in insurance and car notes and everything else.
Mm.
So if he had to come up with an apartment too, he's not making enough to. Put it like this: he's probably making enough to cover everything, but he's not making enough to play. And that's what he's probably pissed about.
Mm.
Because he plays too much. He needs to learn how to stop playing. He needs to stop playing right now. You know, if he'd have stopped playing for the 9 months that Nick was on the deployment, he'd probably have $10,000 in the bank with the money he was making. You know, but there'll be a point in time when he realized you got to stop playing. You know, because I used to do that. I used to just and I still play too much with the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I had some reoccurring same as cash shit. That it was actually these weren't same as cash, and I didn't feel like paying interest on it, right? So I was paying a little bit of interest, but in the long run, I was paying more than the thing that I should have been paying for it. So they were only out there for about 6 months, and I decided, you know what, let me pay them all off. Then after I paid them all off, I realized I should have left it alone because I needed that money I paid them off with for the next 2 months. And then paid them off. You know, paid them off in 2 months instead of now. But it's just but he's got to realize you can't go partying all the time. And when you're on a ramen noodles budget, you don't go buy $20 lunches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Hey, Paul, did you eat a chocolate cream this morning? A Boston cream this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got it on your lip.
No, I don't.
There's something on the top. It looks like either a bruise or something right up in that area.
Nothing up there.
Johnny,
Well, it's a black spot.
Johnny, read them and weep, buddy.
That's a big ass case.
It is. It's too big. I think. But you can put the controller right under here.
Yeah. That holds everything though.
And you can leave the sticks on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And shoot, you can buy yourself 3 more batteries.
Yeah. Justin will buy them for me. He thinks the more the better, right? Did he leave?
Yep. Yeah, you think you need 10 batteries for a drone that gives you 30 minutes.
I wonder, so you know how you can turn the drone on, turn your controller on, and view the video. You know, you can hit the play button, right? And
Right.
view. Could you do that on the 360, do you think?
You should be able to.
And then do you drag around? How would you do that?
That I don't know.
I'm going to try it right this second. Live on Paul Murray and Studio A.
Studio A.
And the
Yeah,
drone's on.
that's the Canadian
That's
version.
the Canadian version. That's right. You tell them.
Studio B, A.
And turn the controller on. There you go. The beep.
In other words, it'd be Paul Murray in Studio A.
On this beep. We're going to see if we can view it because I can't view it until I get home because I can't put on DJI Studio on these computers.
Oh, you tell him, hey, look, I only got 20 days left. Let me do it.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to tell him you're not going to be doing any teaching. You're just going to be sitting there.
Why don't you just take your laptop to work,
Yeah.
Lance? Why don't you just put your laptop to work?
Say that again.
Then why don't
Well,
you
you
bring
just-
your laptop?
Yeah, laptops are locked down as well.
No, I mean your laptop from home.
I don't have a personal laptop, believe it or not.
All right.
One of the things he's going to have to get in a few more days.
And that's
can't.
exactly what I told my wife. I said, one thing we do need to purchase is a laptop. So Joe, this is what it gets. So I'm going to try to view it. Make me big screen here, guys. Here, spotlight for everyone. So, you know, it does show them.
It should be. Should
I'll
do it.
play and see what happens.
If you buy a laptop, you know you're going to have to do summer school. Huh? You know that, right?
Oh, it does. It does.
There
Hey,
you go.
I'm going to do a video on this. I'll probably get 1 million views. Look at that.
But
Huh?
you should have been doing the video right now so you'd have that surprise. It does. It
So I
does.
can view it before I get home. So there's the cruise ship. I don't know. You can't really see it. There it is. There's the cruise ship I flew.
And you flew it with the sticks though,
See,
right?
about
That's why it's
20
on there.
And you see down in here,
hmm
right in here is where all their luggage is. It's sitting on the side of the dock. They're getting ready to load it on. Can you zoom in? You can zoom in. Look
So
at
my
that.
question is this.
Which
If
wasn't so much
you fly
clear.
with the goggles, you can't do it with that. You gotta have that. You gotta fly with the sticks.
You see the God, you can't really see the
Right here.
bus.
Yeah.
They're letting people off, and then the luggage is sitting on that dock next to the bus. And then
Okay.
they go get on the ship.
So what you're
Well,
gonna
that's
do is you're gonna zoom in on the luggage to see if there's anything you should have stole.
You can actually view the 360 in 360. I can drag around my screen. Way cool. I love the 360. Did I ever tell you that, Paul?
No.
Almost as much as I love the Pacific Northwest.
I was waiting for that.
I'm waiting for it till I knew it was coming.
Well, Lance, didn't you say after you
Looking
retire,
nice.
you and your wife are going to move somewhere else?
Back, go back. Got that a sec. And that flight was with my sticks. This one was with my goggles.
But the other one was with you. Wait. The other one was with your
Great.
goggles? That
What a
was
great
goggles?
picture of a drone. Look at that.
That's goggles, you said?
Paul's in awe. Look at him.
Yeah, he's looking the other way. And all the other way. So wait,
Right, Paul?
you flew one with the goggles, one with the sticks? And they both showed up on that? He mustn't be hearing us.
Well, I guess if they're stored
The
on,
nice thing, Joe. So I'm paused on this frame. You know, I'm still filming, but I'm sitting here for like 5 seconds. before it
Right.
starts moving again, right?
Right.
Why did I lose you guys again?
I told you couldn't hear us.
What happened? No, I'm there.
Yeah,
Somebody say something.
I knew you couldn't hear us.
Somebody say something.
Saying something.
It's my
Is he
brain's
listening on earbuds or earphones or
breaking
something?
up on me. Anyway, you can. The nice thing is if you stay there for 5 seconds, it gets kind of boring, right? I mean, you just see that one frame. That's when you can reframe it and move around a little bit, like zoom in or zoom out or pan over. And the drone isn't actually moving at all; it's just sitting there. You know, because sometimes I'm fiddling with controls or something, and it'll be filming, kind of boring. But you can actually play around with the settings in post. So Paul, read it and weep.
Yeah.
We can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us. So I'm gonna go look at the thing
That is a
down, see
tight
if I got
shot
this.
right there.
If it, for some reason, I got it on here.
Look at that shot right there. Coming in, I'm coming on down to the ship, and when I reframe that, I'm going to point at the ship, not at the side. I'm going to whip it around. In fact, let's see if I can do that now. I can do that now. This is kind of what it would look like right there, and it's kind of zipping by. Oh well.
I do that every day, Lance.
Oh, Johnny. Where's Johnny? Where is Johnny? Huh? Huh? Johnny Drone Flyer. You need to come in, buddy. There's my very first little planet. I have not done any little planets yet. Johnny. Oh, we need to take a screenshot of that and send it to him. That is just fabulous. That's about as good as it gets right there, guys. Right there. Look at that. Huh? Woohoo. Okay, I'm done.
Can you hear us yet? Can't hear us.
Is he using Bluetooth headphones?
No.
Almost like my Bluetooth doesn't want to connect very well.
It's not connected.
Yeah.
You see,
It's I'll bet you any money his Bluetooth's connected to his controller instead of to Zoom.
could be. See, my thing is, I don't have any 360 footage on the controller. So I was wondering if he flew with the goggles and it still
closed
picked it up or
captions.
not.
I can't hear you, Joe.
Say what? You can't hear us. I wonder if I turn let's try something here. Wonder if it'll propagate if I turn this on, you know what I mean? Go back and see if I can do aircraft album. See if it does a different aircraft. View. Well, I have to call it in there. I ought to do a quick transfer. I ought to be able to do that, right?
Well, you can only quick transfer to your phone, can't you?
You can do a quick transfer to this. Your connection is successful.
Okay, now I can hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. So what are you doing there, Joe?
I'm trying to get the 360 video on. There you go. Got it. I got it. I got the 360 video on the controller. I had to turn the drone on.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
That would help, TJ.
You have your drone turned on?
Yes, I did. You had.
I didn't realize you did.
Yeah, you always have to on any of the drones. You have to have.
I didn't
that's
see. I
what-
don't use that. So I'm downloading it onto the computer.
Yeah.
Lance, when you couldn't hear us, had your Bluetooth headphones switched over to the controller?
Maybe it was, and then I turned my controller off, and then I could hear you guys. Good job, Mark. You're smarter than Joe looks.
Well, that's easy.
Okay, share this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't it?
Hey,
Yeah. You can drag around on the screen. Paul's now going to get one of these. I know he is. That feature. Look at him. He's
Man.
shaking his head yes. He thinks he's shaking his head no, but he's shaking his head yes.
and then if you
Oh.
pinch it, you get the tiny planet.
I know. Johnny is going to be impressed. That's what I said.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna play with this.
Johnny.
You swipe up or swipe down, you get your planet.
Yep. And you can
Now,
rotate it.
when you download it to the controller, does it stay on the controller?
It does. If you download it to your controller, it will. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you to download here, so it should go to the controller, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Your controller's got internal memory as well as an SD card slot.
Yeah, I got an
and-
SD card on it.
And remember the issues we had trying to format or trying to update a firmware, and Johnny and I, our controller was full. So we had to delete stuff. So just so you know, if you run across that, you'll have to delete some of your internal memory.
Well, I'm trying to download it. I don't see it. Hold on.
This makes the best drone ever even better.
Yeah.
Mark, you need to go out and get one.
I bet you download it to the SD card.
Okay. When I could view the SD card on my computer, I wonder how that works. So when you you don't do screen recording though, Joe, or you do? You say you have them both on. I wonder if it's 3D on your computer. I've got another tutorial I can put together. I'm going to be an influencer before you know it. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm going to try my goggles here. Take out the SD card. See if I can view it on my computer without DJI Studio.
Yeah, I got three files in the internal memory, but it's got how you get the SD card to the internal memory.
So now if you turned off your drone.
Hey, what I'm gonna do?
And then go to view.
Why don't you do a quick transfer?
Does that go to your phone? Quick transfer?
Quick transfer ought to go to my controller, shouldn't it?
No, it's usually just to the phone.
Usually to the phone, but
well, the controller is an Android technically, because it has quick transfer mode on that. Okay, DJ Fly on your phone. It's on your phone.
Well, is there a quick transfer button on the controller? There should be.
It does say quick transfer right here.
The pickups.
Yeah, I want this thing. I want this file on my controller. Unable to view panel controller performance limitation.
Might be a YouTube search.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look because it's giving me the video. It's giving me the video when I have the drone on, right?
Yeah.
But when I turn it off, I don't have it. And I'm thinking it's on my SD card on here.
Well, when you're doing quick transfer, it comes from the drone.
Yeah. But so it should be able to bring it over to the controller to internal storage if I wanted it to.
Yeah, but you still need your drone switched on.
Yeah. Well, I got the drone switched on right now. Okay, that little house thing I told you, it looks like it's open. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
It is open all the way around. It's like a shell around it, right? But when you look in the inside, it looks like it's a circle built like out of glass on the inside. That's probably their living area. And where they could look like they could look out all the way around because it's black, it's dark tinted, and everything else is wide open. But it's round, so it looks like they've got a living area, and then you come out into their little patio area that's completely covered and sealed in like that. But it's open, the open area. It's kind of crazy looking shit. And then it walks down to a swimming pool they've got. And the swimming pool, ready for this? Their swimming pool, the side facing, no, it's not. I thought the side facing the river was clear. But it's not, it's just blue.
Hey, Joe,
It's just
I'm
that-
leaving. You're going to be the host.
Okay, where you going?
Let's get a ship.
Where you gonna put it?
In my bathtub.
That's what I thought. You're gonna put it in his garage with everything else. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it ought to be a way to get it onto this Android. You know, I ought to be able to say, I want to see what the SD card has. You know, I just think I found it. I think I found it. Hold on. I'll tell you right now, I think I can. Because when it shows you the aircraft outline, there's a quick transfer in the corner up on the top.
Where do you think the turning on the video automatic? You think it's under settings?
That's what I'm thinking is that.
And I've got safety, control, cameras, display, and about.
Let's see. It's different. It's different on the controls. I can't tell you.
I don't have it. Wouldn't be under safety. Display. I can't find it.
Well, I'll get it real quick.
Oh, you can view it in the goggles. This is so cool. I can view my video in the goggles if I wanted to. How do you get out of this?
I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, Johnny does it all the time. I never do it. Mark, you need to put your goggles on and come on like this. We'll all sit there with goggles on.
Yeah.
Johnny's gonna come in and say, "What the hell y'all doing?" I'm teaching Lance. Lance is rookie. About it in three, it's just for the fact that my eyes aren't as close. You see now?
I can't find that.
Let's see if it's gonna beep. You hear it?
Yeah.
Why does it keep doing this shit? It stopped.
Mine's
You
not
heard it?
beeping. Yours? Is yours beeping?
It did. It stopped. I didn't do anything. It just stopped. Did you find it?
No, I have not.
Let's go under control. Not under control. Under camera. I think go down advanced camera settings. Advanced
Go
camera
down-
settings. Yeah.
About or camera?
Advanced camera settings. Go into camera
Okay.
and then go
Advanced.
under advanced camera settings.
Okay, and
And
then
it
what?
says auto record on takeoff.
Okay, but my goggles didn't record. Why didn't they?
Because you got to look at the very top. It says, do you want the aircraft, the goggles, or both? Hit both.
I want both. That's the way it was set, and it did not record on my goggles.
You got auto. Do you have a card in there?
I do.
I don't know.
Might be too slow of a card. I don't know.
And it says auto return on takeoff. Auto record on takeoff.
Yeah. Okay, and I
You
have
got camera view recording on.
You're breaking up. Say that again.
Camera view recording is on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah. So it recorded the video fine on my drone, but it didn't record the screen. But it might be I put an older card in there. It might be the card might be too slow. Although the
So
goggles.
Where'd you see the on the album you saw it?
Yes, on the album. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. And you got 360 in this too?
I didn't click on one. You let me know.
No, you can't move it.
Okay.
You can't. When you try to move it around, all you do is moving the thing on the bottom.
Okay.
It's not giving you. It won't turn.
Okay.
Now it's showing me. It's actually showing me my goggle storage on it and the controller.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you can see both aircraft or goggles. So if I want to watch, I can see it on my goggles if I want to.
Yeah, and when I went to goggles, there was nothing on my card.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, try it one more time. Johnny doesn't know what he's missing.
Yeah, he
You
does.
do little planet galore.
Hear what I said? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I got the drone turned off, and I'm watching in my video in my goggles the aircraft storage. I mean, the card storage. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you are without the drone on?
Yeah, the drone's off. I didn't know I could do that.
Do you have your wand on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing it did do yesterday that bothers me is when I did my 180 flip, 180 slide, when it turned around to drift, 180 drift, and I pressed the button to go forward, it went backwards. I had to release it and then press it again, and then it went forward. Now that was goofy.
Why does it say no storage and then suggested format goggles?
Yeah, I got no drone on right now. And you hit album. Aircraft storage is nothing. Goggle storage shows you what's in the goggles. Now that's a pretty cool feature. And I actually have both videos. The day before it flooded and the day after it flooded in there. Well, that's cool. That is cool. Because when you press the lever down, you can move it further and faster or back. You can't do 360. There gotta be a way to do 360. Nope.
Goggle storage status error. Try again later. I don't,
Okay.
but there's
So
nothing on there.
there's something wrong with the card.
Yeah.
Just format it. You have to just reformat it next time. Or check to see if there's something on it anyway first.
I formatted it this morning before I put it in.
Well, I
Maybe I
would
need
do
to-
it in the goggles.
Yeah, maybe I have to format it in the goggles. I'm gonna try that right now. How do you format? I'm gonna.
You go to camera and then you go down and it'll say format.
Goggles only.
I wish I wouldn't have seen this. I wish I wouldn't have seen this feature. You know why?
Why?
Now I want to buy those Neo 4s.
Okay, how do you get out of this?
On the top, you got a little button. You know, you got a little toggle on the top of your on the, what you call it? On the
Top
on
left?
the goggles, the button next to it.
Oh,
Click on that twice and it'll start going backwards.
gotcha. Okay, cool.
Who's calling me? OHSSMH schedule. That's got to be the Ashna Hospital's schedule department. I got an appointment this week. Just give me a message. I'll know I'm going. They usually send me a message.
Goggles
Got a-
SD. Internal storage to confirm.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
so
pretty
I'm
cool. So
formatting.
now I'm gonna buy them bitches, and I don't want to buy them. You know why I'm thinking about buying them?
Oh. It's letting me record now. So that's what I needed to do, Joe. I formatted in my computer and now I formatted in my goggles and it's showing. So I'm golden. Okay. Loving the drone. Those of you that don't have the 360, you don't know what you're missing out on.
You know why I'm thinking about buying those Neos?
Got one through.
So when I'm flying with the sticks, I could have the Neo on and look that way.
See if it.
You don't have them, right?
The Neo?
The Neo 4.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm
Right.
waiting for Johnny to sell his for
Put a cog.
$100.
Thread it through.
Well, that's why I've kind of held off on it because Lon said he was going to sell his.
He's got about 5
Oh.
pairs.
if I connect
I think you
that,
got two.
that should then
Well, if he sells both of them, let me know
through.
for a good price. 'Cause I
Well, he
might-
told me, he said, I'll give them to you for a good price.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
I've really done.
You're probably knowing line, it'd probably be like 150.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Plug it up more.
That'd be
Yeah.
half price.
Say, Mark,
to sell both
I
of them.
don't-
Let
I need to come through
no
Mhm.
take a commit.
because it's.
I keep thinking about it. I got it in a cart sitting over there at B&H.
We're trying it just to see.
I don't watch enough movies. In fact, I never watch movies
Oh,
on my
yeah.
phone.
Seeing just to see.
Yeah, me either.
I want to see first. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, see a B&H. I got him sitting in my cart.
Just see if it does that, then
You know what my daughter says?
see what happens.
What?
Something when you're looking at Amazon and you see something that you like, put it in your cart, and it normally goes down. You know,
Clean.
within a couple of days. If you go back, it's only 5% off or
Mark,
10%.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Not all the time,
Wait,
but a lot of the time.
Hey, they'll contact you and let you know, hey, we got a special price on
know
it.
where the hole is, where it comes through,
Right now, you can get, ready for this, Avada 2,
where it's
goggles N3,
right,
one battery, and a smart, and
go that way,
the
and that
motion
way.
controller, $5.99.
I saw something come.
Is that right?
Yeah, Avada 2 with the N3 motion control, one battery, $5.99.
That's a good deal.
Because you know the Avada 2 technically is the best drone ever.
Technically. And its big sister, the Avata 360, is the second best drone.
I would buy this combo just for one reason, because I really like the Avada 2 and I take more chances with it.
Yeah. You know,
And
the
that would give me.
The Avata one is really better. I mean, it flew better.
Shoot, I'm bad. Don't.
It fit through holes.
Yeah, I had it was easy to get through gaps.
You could get through gaps easier. And it
But
was
don't
more
touch something, boy. Woo. You touch something with that thing, it went batshit crazy.
Yeah.
I had two of them. I sold the set. I had one of them brand new in the box, one of them with like 10 flights on it, and I wasn't flying it because of the Avata 2, and I sold it. I wish I'd have kept it.
Yeah.
See, if I'd have had that yesterday, that would have gone all through that part. I would have flew it in a minute through that.
Yeah.
Because the battery time was perfect. Like I said, I could get three flights out of that. Hey Z, what's up? He said later back to work. It don't work. All he does is sit in his house 3D print.
AZ has a couple of 360s, doesn't he? About 3 or 4.
He probably got 6. He got 9 Litos, I think.
Buying them all from Paul?
No, he's buying them all from Evelyn.
Evelyn. Yeah, Giggles asked me, he said, who'd you buy your drone from? So he may be getting one.
I don't know. I think somebody else was talking about it on that show, maybe.
Yeah.
TJ don't fly enough.
TJ's a loser.
I agree. Especially since he don't go to work till 2 o'clock today and he didn't even get in a check.
I know.
Loser. You know, he wears that hat with the L on it, the green hat with the L on it.
Yep.
That's not Luigi, that's loser.
Johnny is going to be so disappointed he sold his 360 when he could view.
I'm surprised Johnny didn't pop on.
When he could view the tiny planet inside his controller.
You see, you know why Johnny didn't pop on this morning, right? Because he feels so bad about selling that thing now. After seeing that, he couldn't come on.
Yep, exactly. I agree.
He couldn't handle it. He'd be tearing up.
Yep.
I understand, Johnny. I'm not even, when we go fly, I don't even take it with me. You know why? I'm afraid he's going to try to take it.
Better buy it back from you.
No, well, every time I put the goggles on, he goes look through the back of my car. He doesn't realize that I'm watching him. Like Rick, when he was at the meetup and he grabbed Rick's case and took off with it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
He made $40 off my drone.
Huh. And he's telling me that he lost $50 in this deal. You know for a fact he made money.
Yeah.
He probably got a half price from Evelyn because she loves him.
Yeah.
So you like that thing in your hand, huh?
I do. You know, my hand's still a little swollen, but you know, I keep exercising. It's strengthening. It's not nearly as swollen as it was, and like, it was when I first did it, I could not buckle my seatbelt with this hand. I could not go like this and buckle it in. I had to use my left hand to buckle my seatbelt. And now it's not an issue. I mean,
Now, what did they say? What was the reason?
Like a tendon, I basically, a tendon freaked out on me. And like I said, this middle finger seriously bent back about that far.
Ow.
And I had to go like this to get it back. And I could see the tendon flop over to this other side of my knuckle. I mean, it's pretty gross.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so I've been doing, and the hand people are doing an exceptional job with me. And I've got this device. It's kind of cool. It's about this big. It looks like a turtle, you know, not like a turtle, but it's like a turtle shell. And you stick your fingers in it and you hit a button on top and you hit the heat and it doesn't massage, but it'll start to pull my fingers longer, you know, and starts to press down, you know, and it does a really good job of just working the muscles. And I just sit there and it does it. Like,
yeah, don't tell Justin about that. He used it for something else.
Yeah, it's just like a massager, you know, and it's about a 15-minute process.
Look who showed up.
And you stick it in. Johnny, is Johnny here?
Well, look who showed up.
I can't tell. Giggles. Gigs. Hey, are you buying a?
He just woke his ass up.
Yeah. You buying a drone?
Giggles, come on for a minute. I might let you in.
I muted Mark because I could hear his girlfriend talking and I couldn't hear you. But
you muted Mark.
There you go. Okay.
You go.
Oh, I think I may have hit it again, Mark. Sorry.
Yeah, he did. Muted your ass again. Start talking. Mute him. Mute him. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if Paul's listening like he usually does, but normally when he's not paying attention, I mute him. I mute him.
Kind of like that. How do you unmute? So I muted you. I don't know how to unmute you.
You can't.
Oh, okay. So once you mute someone, you can't unmute them. The person has to.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe, you're not muted. You're faking talking because. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that to Paul next time. He's gonna be talking to him. I'm gonna go. He's gonna say you muted. I'm gonna say. I have him going crazy over there. Oh man, look at Giggles. He done said hello to everybody, but he can't come in here.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah, Brenda, don't say hello to him. He's too good for us.
I don't see him in the chat.
He says he's out to eat with his mom.
Sunstar is the last person I've seen type in the chat.
Yeah. He says, I'll come home when I get on. Now, first off, his mom lives on the other freaking side of the state. So did she come visit him or he's lying?
I do not see him in the chat.
Yeah, you got live chat or you got normal top chat?
I've got Papa chat. Should I?
That's the one.
Live chat. Okay, there we go.
He's got about 16 things in there.
I'll come on when I get home.
Yeah, he said he's out to eat with my mom. My mom.
I've got the hiccups. So Gigs, are you thinking of buying the 360? You can just type in there if you want to. You say yes or no.
He's gonna put yes or no. What? You know, I did not renew I put my DirecTV on pause, right? Because I figured, let me save all the money I can right now until I get my football again started. So I don't have any extra money going out. I don't need to go out, right? So I paid $20 for Fox One. That gives me Fox News and some other stuff because I got Prime if I really need to look at something. I found out that Fox One has Fox 8 local on it yesterday. So I ain't going back to DirecTV. I'm gonna just keep it here because I got enough stuff on here. I can go live shows on that. I'm good. So I'll save my $150 a month. That's
If you
about
go-
what I'm saving $140 a month by doing this.
But if you go live CNN, it's free and you get all the channels.
You know
But
why?
Fox.
Because CNN is a piece of shit. That's why.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, well, I messed that one up. I'll never live that one down. I tell you, next time somebody plays that, I'm gonna send them a virus. I'm gonna get a virus in their computer.
Yeah.
They're showing Trump when they went. I just want to know what this woman was thinking. You got the little Oriental woman at the head of the press corps. She was sitting next to Trump when all this went down, and they grabbed Trump and they started bringing him out. She's right on Trump's ass trying to get out with them, right? And they looked at her and pushed her out the way. And she went and ran under the table and she thought she was getting out with him. They weren't letting her go with him. Nobody was going with him. Now she's pretty. She could be my next girlfriend, but that's about it. So I married a woman from Honduras, and then that went sour after she cheated on me. Now I married a woman from New Orleans that has Creole heritage, and that went sour when she cheated on me. I'm gonna go find me an Asian woman now. I heard they're pretty loyal, and not from the Philippines. I might, maybe. That's what I need.
Oh my. I looked to try to get approved, Lance approved. Oh, one was denied. I think that was next to the airport.
Why did they deny it?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm just looking at my text. I got 2 approved and 2 denied. And I think one of them was right next to that Gig Harbor Airport. And I didn't really mean to put that one. I wanted to go further away, but I'll have to go look here in a second.
Well, we might have to move it just like a block or something,
Yeah.
Because I could fly by New Orleans International as long as I'm within the zone they let me do it, And then
exactly.
I'm about a quarter mile from the path, the runway path.
Yeah.
And they let me fly to 150 feet.
Okay.
I only needed about 80 feet, but they gave me 150. I was watching jets come in the whole time. That was the only one that I've ever been close to an airport that I've done that Kenner police showed up. But I had my vest on like Dre has with the drone information, FAA certified pilot. And I had in my little open pocket, I had my badge sitting in it with my card and everything. And the guy pulls up alongside of me and he said, "What you flying?" I said, "A Mavic 3." He said, "Yeah, it's a pretty cool drone." Like this, I said, I was waiting for him to ask me some information, But he
Yeah.
pulled over, got out, and he come over, and started talking to me. And I told him, I said, I was thinking you were checking on me. He said, no, I saw you flying a drone. I was just coming down the street like that. And I said, yeah, because I got the authorization to fly here and all that. He said, I ain't worried about all that. He said, you look like you're an official, like you know what you're doing. But that's what I've always said. Go in and make it look like you own the place. Like you've been there before. Don't go in and be stupid. You see a
Like
lot
you
of,
still,
yeah, you get a lot of new photographers that go out and take pictures at big events and they get awestruck. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They'll have like if they do like Taylor Swift, they get awestruck and then they're not taking pictures. They're worried about the concert and they're dancing and joking. They'll run you out. They'll run you out in a heartbeat. Just go in there. You can be awestruck, but do your work. Be awestruck when you're looking at your pictures later, you know?
yes.
And do not try to approach them. You try to approach them, you out, and then you're blackballed everywhere. Like when I did Billy Ray Cyrus, I had that interview with him I had to do for the magazine, and we were there basically to see Miley Cyrus. But we knew she was there, but she wasn't headlining. It was just him. So I was sitting in the bus talking to him, and he says to me, well, we've been talking about 30 minutes. He goes, you haven't asked me a question about my daughter. So he was questioning me. He was seeing. And I said, well, the interview is about you, not about your daughter. We're here to see you. I said, you made your comeback. I said, you had some good stuff. He said, it's all about you. He goes, well, I appreciate that. He said, yeah, because he said, normally people want to talk to me, they want to talk to my daughter. I said, and we just talked a couple seconds. And he said, would you like to meet her? I said, I didn't know your daughter was here. I thought you had left for the next concert. And he said, hold on a minute. He said, Miley, baby, come up here. She was in the back of the bus. She come walking up front and she sat on the other side and she shook my hand and said hello to me. She goes, I've been listening to that interview. Take good care of my dad. And I was sitting there awestruck. You know what I mean? But I stayed professional. And we got to talking and she said, and she's talking and she asked me a couple of questions and she said, I said something about, yeah, my daughter loves you. Absolutely loves you. How old is your daughter? My daughter was 11. It's 11 years old. Like that. She goes, really? Is she here with you today? I said, no, I don't bring her on events like this. She goes, well, can you call her? I said, yeah, I can call her. She said, call her. And tell her Miley wants to speak to her. Like that. So she knew where I was. So I called her. I said, Brittany. I said, what are you doing? She goes, she said, I said, I'm at that interview with Billy Ray Cyrus. I said, Miley Cyrus says she wants to talk to you. And I got on speakerphone. I wish I'd have recorded that. And she goes, yeah, right, Dad. Like this. And she goes, and I had told her my daughter's name was Brittany. She goes, hey, Brittany, this is Miley Cyrus. Like this. Brittany couldn't say a word. Brittany, I did it well, I tell you when Taylor Swift called me from New York when they wanted me to do that red thing. And I'm on the phone with Taylor Swift, and we had a neighbor across the street named Taylor. And I said, I'm on the phone with Taylor, leave me alone. Like that for a second. Well, tell Taylor I'm gonna come over and see you in a minute. I said, it's not the same Taylor. Like that. And Taylor Swift's laughing, right? And she goes, well, who are you talking to? I said, I'm talking to Taylor Swift. Please let me finish this conversation. It's business. Yeah, right, Dad. And Taylor Swift said, put me on speaker like this. And Taylor Swift started talking to him. And Brittany just stood there with her mouth open. That was funny. Like I said, I wish I'd had video and recordings of these things. My daughter still brings that up every once in a while. She goes, I can't believe he did this.
Yeah. And I've shown you the picture of my daughter with Taylor Swift, haven't I?
Yeah, a long time ago. It was with a friend that was sick or something.
Yeah, that had cancer. Taylor's hugging both of them, and she's got her head on Cora, not my daughter, but the other one.
Yeah, that's now they see that was a long time ago. I think she still does stuff like that, but she's a little more pushed away, because she's so big.
Right. This
But
was
I tell
in
you,
either 2017 or 18. I forget which year exactly. Have to go back and look.
Yeah, when I shot her pictures, it was 2010. When I
Oh
shot the
yeah,
pictures of her.
I'm
That was the
gonna get,
NFL kickoff concert. Yeah, I tell you. But it was 2011 when she came out with Red, the song. It was 2010 when she came out with Red. And that's when they called me up because I sent them copies of the pictures we were doing for the magazine. And she says, and they're talking to me and they said, we're the publicity group for Taylor Swift. And I said, yeah. I said, well, thank you for the pictures. I thought that's what they were doing. They said, we have a proposition for you. We'd like to send you a contract and get you with all expense paid, get you up here to New York City because she's doing on the Today Show, she was doing a concert debuting Red. And they said, we want you to be the photographer, shoot pictures of it because we love your pictures. I said, oh, that sounds good. They said, we'll pay you $10,000 plus all expenses to come up here and do it. And I'm thinking, oh shit, I ain't made $10,000 on pictures in my life. And they set up everything. And they said the deal is we're gonna leave immediately after she sings that, get to the airport, get on a private jet, fly to Los Angeles. And when we get to Los Angeles, we debut the song in Los Angeles at the same time. So we were gonna get to Los Angeles and debut at the same time, like it was gonna be 8 Pacific and 8 Eastern. And I was thinking, wait, first off, there's a private jet, and I'm gonna be in a private jet with Taylor Swift. I got 3 hours in the air with her. Lord help me. That's what I was thinking, you know? And this was in 2010. So I said, oh, sure, I'd love to do it. Sent me all the stuff, got me to New York City. Actually, they didn't get me, they got everything ready for New York City. I had the tickets and everything for New York City. They called me about 2 days before. I had the tickets. Called me and said, we have to cancel it because the weather's not going to be conducive to get to Los Angeles in time. And I wound up getting paid anyway. They sent me a check anyway. But I was thinking, man. And that was 4 years after my divorce. I probably would have got in trouble. But that was when that was during photography time when I was still doing concerts and doing all that stuff. And then a few years later, when the kids got into high school, I started doing nothing but sports and things like that. Got away from all the major stuff. I haven't done. I had a chance last year when Taylor was here doing her tour, but I chose not to go because of the complications of it, and I wasn't feeling good last year. This year I would have done it. Last year I couldn't do it. I just knew there was too many limitations on me. Physically, I didn't want to try. It was having to be there at 10 o'clock in the morning and probably not leaving there till midnight. And then being stuck in a hospitality room or and the Superdome was ridiculous. So even walking from where they're going to probably go backstage to the stage area, probably 150 yards every time back and forth. And it would just been, it would have been exciting, but it wouldn't have been worth it to me. My chest would have started, because that's when my chest was hurting all the time. So I'd get out there with my chest hurting and I'd be freaking out. And I know you're still mad at me for not doing that. Johnny's granddaughter's still mad at me for not shooting Taylor Swift pictures last year. Yeah, I told you, remember I told you it didn't bother me that I wasn't doing it. 2 days later, I was mad at myself for not doing it.
yeah.
But I think in the total realm of things, like I said, I wasn't feeling good enough to. I really felt like that would be too much stress on me at the time because we didn't know what was really going on with my heart.
Every once in a while, probably maybe 3 times a year, I have a really tough time sleeping and my heart just races. So I don't know if I'm anxious, but it happened right around my movie 2 weeks ago.
That's probably what it is.
And it's just like, anytime I lay flat, so I would sleep almost like in a chair, not quite in a chair, but You know, like in fact, I would sleep on the couch at home because I could almost prop myself up. But
Right.
it's so nice when it goes away because then I can sleep soundly. When I go to my doctor mid June, I'm going to ask him about that. Okay, well, hey, dude, I've got kids banging at the door. I am going to go change the world today.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because I don't know what time he's coming back. Everybody in the chat, come see y'all later today. Hey Debbie,
you
if you
guys.
come back later today, I'll find those Taylor Swift pictures on my computer, show you a couple of the ones from 2010. And I'll show you the Billy Ray and all that. I never got a picture of Molly because she was in a hoodie and she was feeling bad and I wasn't about to do that. And if she would have said, you want to get a picture with my dad, I'd have done it. That would have been a heartbeat, you know? So, but like I said, you got a line. You don't step over that line because you got to stay professional. You don't stay professional, you might as well not do it. So I will see all of y'all later today. Like I said, I may go fly that park when the sun is out. Might go fly that park with all that flooded water in it. I'm just deciding whether I want to do it with the Avata 2 or the 360, probably the Avata 2. It's a cheaper drone to replace. I'll see everybody later. Later, Mark.